Hey everyone, this is Froggy. I'd like to thank you for joining me once again for another episode of the Sunday Special. For this week's episode, I've decided to play a little game called Mini Metro. This is another one of those games that you can just literally spend hours and hours playing. It's just one of those mind-numbing games. It's amazing. This game was created by a company called Dinosaur Polo Club. I'm going to be putting the links down below for where you can purchase this game. The game itself is actually still in early access, so it actually doesn't have any audio. So the audio that you're going to be hearing throughout the game is just going to be some royalty-free music that I found. But yeah, so it's still in early access. The full game should be released sometime this year, early this year. So should be coming out within the next, maybe month or so. But don't hold me to that. I'm not 100% sure since I'm not the creators. So why don't we just go ahead and get started. So I'm going to hit play. So you've got 3 different places that you can go from pressing play. So you've got the commuter route, which is just regular play. Scenic, I believe, is just, I think it's just kind of endless play almost. And then rush hour, I think, is more hectic, so you've got a lot more things going on. So just for this episode, I'm going to be playing the commuter route. So once you pick your type of game that you want to play, you've got a lot of different places that you can go, and each little map is going to be different. So you've got tons of different places. So Auckland, Montreal, Cairo, a lot of big cities from around the world. New York City, London, Paris. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick Montreal, because why not? And then play. Okay, so these little shapes here, these are the different routes that you've got. So you're going to see more of them popping up. Some of them will be the same, so you'll get more circles, more triangles, blah, 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 stuff like that. And when you see these little dudes here, these are the passengers. This is the stop that they want to go to. So I'm going to pause somehow. There we go. Yeah, so these little things here, these are the stops that they want to go to. Even if they say they want to go to circle. Oh, here, I'll do triangle then. So let's say this one wants to go to triangle. It doesn't matter which triangle it goes to as long as it stops at a triangle station. And then the way that you connect them is you just click on the start one that you want, and then you go and do that, and you've got 3 different routes that you can start with. And then once you place your route, you're gonna see a little T shape at the end of it. That means that you can go ahead and pull out your route more and then connect it to other things. So once more stations pop up, you'll be able to do that. And then at the bottom, you're gonna see all the way down here. I don't know if it's gonna show you in the video or not, just because the windowed screen is a little weird. I couldn't get this to go into windowed screen properly. There you go. So I'm kind of popping it up. So you're going to see little icons at the bottom. So there's a little train icon, there's a little, and then the different colors of the railways that you've got, and you've got more that you'll be able to access later on. More different colors. And then at the end there's a little U-shaped thing. That's just bridges or tunnels, I guess. So you'll be able to go over, you see how this is just kind of grayed out here? You'll be able to go over and or under these. So I'm going to go ahead and press play. There we go. And the little trains will go back and forth. You'll be able to pick up more trains. You'll be able to pick up a second area for the train, the cargo, I guess. And you'll be able to hold more passengers. Each train on its own can pick up 6 passengers and take them around. If you've got, let's say I've got this one route here and it's only triangle and square. So let's say somebody from here wants to go to circle and then they can't, there's no route that connects them to circle, then they will, let's say they'll go here and then they'll get off here and then the other train will come and pick them up. So yellow is not connected to circle. Let's connect you to the circle. Let's connect you over here. There you go. So you see how it's got that little line right there? That means that I'm using a tunnel and or bridge and I'm going over this little area. Oh, here we go. So this is now week 2, so I've completed 1 week. The little clock up here is reset back to Monday. Oh, and it tells me like how many passengers I've had and whatnot. So I get a locomotive, and now I can choose between if I want a carriage or if I want another line. So another line would be another color, so another one of these, like the orange, yellow, and green. Or a carriage would be the little extra box, like I told you, that goes behind the train that picks up more passengers. So instead of picking up 6, you'll be able to pick up 12 now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the carriage. And then once you've got the carriage and you want to use it, you just click on the carriage and you drag it up, and then you can just post it behind whichever one you want. So I'm gonna put it behind green. There you go. And it just kind of clicks on. And then every time a week a week goes by, you'll get a new train. So you can either use it for the new line that you get, or you can just put one into play and have 2 trains going on one line. So usually what I like to do, like my own personal little strategy when it comes to this game, is I like to get like maybe 7 stops within one line, and then I try to connect it to the last one. So like let's say I would connect it out here. I don't actually want to do that though. So if let's say if you connect it, well, that's fine. So like let's say you connect it into a circle and then you go, oh, well, I don't actually want to do that. You should just grab the T part and then it'll just come undone on its own, and then you can just let go and it'll snap back to where it was. Ooh, yes. Diamond, please. So sometimes you'll get like a special stop. And like this diamond here, I'm not gonna get any more diamonds. Like there won't be any more diamond stops showing up on the whole screen. There's more of the like triangles and the squares and the circles. Like I'll probably get more squares later. This is a little more rare, but then these ones are really, really rare where there's only just one, whereas these ones are much more common. So the best way to deal with that is make sure that all of your train lines will connect to it, or you've got another one that connects to it pretty close up. So like I would probably move the orange one around. Like you can start moving them back and then move it so it connects. Another week went by, so I'm gonna pick a new line this time. Yeah. So now I've got a blue line. The only thing that sucks though is like if let's say you put the blue line down and you do it by accident, you can't take it back, so you're stuck with it. But I am gonna use my blue line if I can get it to come up. Blue line. There you go. So the only way that you can get a new line to start is if you click on one that doesn't have a line on it already. And then to stop using it, like let's say you realize it before you start dragging everything around that it's a line that you don't want, then you just stop clicking on the stop and it'll go away. But I do want to use it, so I'm gonna do this, then this, and then up here. And there we go. Now I've got kind of like a short distance. Hooray. Ooh, and I'm gonna connect up here. Lots of circles here. This is all circles. Not particularly helpful. Oh, and you can also take it from the center. Like, let's say I wanted to include the square into this. I can just grab the center and then drag it up, and it will then include that in it, instead of just pulling from the top. So you can just drag it around however you want. And every time you use a new line, it'll automatically use a train. So if you've got like one extra train, it'll use that train there. Right, so I was talking strategy. So yeah, I usually try to go 7 stations within one line, and then I'll end it off, and then I'll start using another line. I'm just about at 7 here anyways with this guy. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I'm done with that. And now, will it let me drag it up? No. Well, I'm just gonna leave it up there, it's fine. I don't always have to connect them. I just prefer to, like getting it into a kind of a round. So I might fix it later so that way it goes into a round. But for right now, since it's still early game and it doesn't really matter, it's fine. And the game will end once you get to a point where you've got too many passengers. Like I'll show you later on, you're gonna see it. there's going to be like a little timer that'll happen, and it'll slowly start to count down because you've got too many passengers and the trains aren't picking them up because they don't have anywhere to go or they're full or whatnot. Because as you keep going and you get more stations, you're going to get a lot more passengers. So once the timer runs out, that means that you haven't been able to take care of it properly, and it'll just end the game for you. Otherwise, this game will just keep going and going, but it does get really, really difficult later on. I'm gonna get a carriage this time. And I think I'm gonna put it... Yeah, let's put... Let me do it. There we go. I'm gonna put it some yellow. There you go. Aha. Oh, why are you so far? All the way out here. And if you move a train line and the train is using it at the moment, you'll see like it's faint, and then once it stops using it, it'll disappear, just like that. So I moved it off of this circle because I've got already a bunch of circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. New line, because I'm just about there. There. So you see how I was able to connect it like that? And then I'll pull this, and there you go. Oh, see? Now I've got a new specialty station that just showed up. Oh, and another one up here. Hooray! Stretch. Here, and see? There's too many people at this stop, so now the timer is starting to go off. And once it completely engulfs this, that means that it's taken too long. Do I have any extra carriages? No, I don't. But I think I will give it an extra train. Awesome. But this one is still starting to give me problems. A new line, red to here, so I can't intersect that. Okay. Oh no, game over. So unfortunately I wasn't able to get to the station, and it just timed out on me, so now I've got game over and I'm so sad. Overcrowding at the station has forced your metro to close. 450 passengers traveled on your metro over 32 days. Oh, I am so sad. I didn't pay attention enough. Continue. Oh. That's a new feature. The last time I played, they didn't have a continue where you could keep going. So that's kind of neat. It kind of gives you a second chance, I guess, which is pretty great. So I guess I'll just keep going then. Because why not? So I'm pretty sure you guys get the gist of the game anyways. It's really quite an easy game, and it does get slightly more difficult as time goes on. You've really got to pay attention, but apparently now it doesn't even matter if you pay attention, because if they end up waiting for too long and the game ends, well, you can just continue it anyways. I don't know if it counts towards your score after you get a game over, but you can just keep playing. So that's pretty cool. Last time I played this game, admittedly, was a few months ago, but I do love this game quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. And it really, really is kind of an adorable game, and you can just kill time with it. I remember playing hours of this game, you know, waiting on this and that and the other thing. So, it's a lot of fun. I can't wait for the full release because it'll be nice to have the music back. The first time I played this game was back when they just kind of released like a sample of it, and you could only play like maybe 3 different places. And they had like a little bit of music that was with it, and it was really, really cute, and I liked it a lot, and it just made it that more interesting. But then once they released the early access officially, like on Steam and everything, they got rid of the music and then put out more more cities that you could play through. So it'll be great when they have the early access and they just kind of have everything all together. It'll be nice. But yeah, so again, I'm going to be putting the links down below for where you can purchase this game. It's really, really cheap. If you get it on Steam, it's like $7, I think. It's maybe $7 and change. So that's it's a pretty fair amount to pay for just a time waster game like this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed playing the game. If you want to see more videos from my Sunday special or any of the other visual novels that I play through, you can just go ahead and click the links at the top. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching!